Welcome to Cooking with Kiet. Today we're going to make chicken, eggs, and rice. Hope you enjoy it.
Today we're going to be using minute rice. Usually I use rice cooked in a slow cooker, but I didn't have that option, so just follow the directions on the box and it should be fine. Now I'm going to cut up the chicken into cubes. Smaller is better, so it cooks a little bit faster, and you can make sure that they're done all the way through. Here's my cube chicken. I left one piece out so you can see about how big I cut it. The size of the chicken is totally up to you. Remember, the smaller, the faster it cooks. I've heated some vegetable oil in the skillet, and now I'm going to place the chicken in. Be careful as you do this because it might splatter, especially if the oil is very hot, and you wouldn't want to get burned with splattered oil. The water's boiling now for the rice. I simply pour it into the pan and wait for it to cook. Like I said, follow the directions on the box. I will put the lid on while it's cooking. Time to check on my chicken. It's important to continue to stir the chicken around so that it cooks evenly. You want it to be cooked thoroughly from top to bottom, and by moving it around you'll make sure that you cook all of the sides effectively. The chicken's getting closer to being done. Notice the color change on the outside. I'm going to check it here to see what it looks like on the inside by taking a piece out, moving it to my cutting board, and cutting it in half. What I'm looking for here is any pink inside. If there's pink inside of it, then I need to cook it for longer. If not, I can go ahead and continue with the recipe. This one's not quite done, so it's going to have to go back into the pan to cook some more. If you want, you could use a meat thermometer. Chicken needs to be cooked to an internal temperature of 165 degrees. My chicken's done. The smaller pieces, I've taken some out, and I'm finishing with the larger pieces. Eventually, I will get them all into my bowl where I can complete preparing them for my meal. Now onto the eggs. I have 6 eggs. I am opening them, cracking them into a bowl. After I do that, I will whisk them so that they become smooth. Basically, I'm making scrambled eggs. You can season them as you wish. Salt and pepper is usually what I put in, and we'll get them put together. We're going to cook them in the same pan that we cooked the chicken. On to whisking the eggs. I want to break the yolks and stir them up till I get a nice evenly mixed consistency. So this process, like I said before, is just an awful lot like making scrambled eggs. As I said before, I'm using the skillet that I cooked the chicken. There's a little bit of oil left, but that's okay. It will help the eggs for flavor and to not stick. So introduce the eggs to the skillet and cook them as you would any scrambled eggs recipe. You want to watch the eggs so they don't stick, even with the oil in. Sometimes they can. I usually cook mine on a little bit lower heat and try to do it as slowly as possible so that it makes the eggs nice and fluffy. So my eggs are getting really close to being done. I don't have a lot of information to share how to know that. Some of it's just from cooking eggs in the past. So when they're done, they're done. Now's when I'm going to add the barbecue sauce to my chicken for some flavor. I just had a bottle of barbecue sauce and pouring it in, and I'll stir it in to coat the chicken as best I can. Now it's time to plate my meal. I have my rice, my eggs, and my chicken, and I'm going to put this on a plate for the people that are going to eat it. I will start with the rice. And here's my meal of rice, chicken, and eggs.